Janine from Janine Jensen Hairdressing. So here we are on How To Wednesday. I'm going to do a couple of things for you today. One is for my fellow hairdressers out there and one is for my clients. So later on I'm going to be doing how to do a nice little cool side bun, messy kind of thing, really good coming up to the races for the clients, but hairdressers might like to use it as well. But I've been asked by a couple of hairdressers during the week to demonstrate sort of a really good 101 never fail way of doing front shaping. So this is what I'm doing with the lovely Dolly today. So I'm going to cut it wet and then I'm going to blow dry it for you. You don't have to do it wet. I myself like to dry cut a lot, but for argument's sake I'm going to do it wet today. I've prepared the hair with a little bit of Colourif Hair Rich from Wella. I use that as a cutting tool. I also like to use Stay Brilliant as well. It's just really smooth, and then when you blow dry the hair it helps to seal and protect as well, and it just stops those fluffies. So I'm a big fan of using over direction to get what you want, and I'm really a big fan of doing things easily. So you need to put yourself in the front of your client. You're going to take a small triangle straight down the nose, and it doesn't matter whether the client has a side part or not, I want you to cut it straight anyway. Okay, I want you to come out parallel to the section. Okay, if you want to know if you're parallel, you use the head of your comb and put that onto the client's head and you'll see where that should come out. So I want you to pull it straight out. Using your fingers as the guideline, you can drop it down to see where the front shaping will start. I'm going to do mine quite strong today so you can really see it when I blow dry it. So here we go, I'm going to emphasise the cheeks. Just thinking about where would front shaping look good? Well, what part do you want to show up? Would it be nice around the eyes? Would it be nice showing the bone structure off? Do you want to emphasise the jaw? Not usually, but if it's a small jaw or they're a bit shallow, then yeah, maybe. So that's how you decide where is the best place for it to start on your client, is what part do you want to show off the most. Okay, so then we pull it forward like this. I'm going to point cut it because it blends and softens those ends. If you want it stronger, I have very strong front shaping in my haircut personally. I like it blunt cut to really show it up. And then we're going to keep taking a section down either side of that triangle and bringing it together. By the way, my section just goes back to just behind the ear, so that's how far we're going to work it back, to just behind the ear. If you want to know where you stop, just making sure that's all combed out really nicely. See, we're bringing it all together. By bringing it all together, we're using over direction, and this is how you're going to get your natural fall. Bring it forward, got my guideline in there, holding it nice and smooth and firm. Going to take that off. Section either side of my triangle again. Sometimes people can be a bit uncomfortable with pulling the hair over the client's face. I'm not a fan myself. What I would be saying to my client about this is that this is a really great way to make the front shaping sit absolutely perfectly without very much effort from them. So would they mind if you combed it forward over their face? You guys will remember my video from when I did side fringe. Same principle, exactly the same principle, used on a different part of the head. But same thing, it makes it really, really simple for the client, but it makes it really simple for the hairdresser too. If there's any clients out there watching, maybe you can ask your hairdresser to do it this way for you, because it's easier to have it blow dried like this. If it's not combed smoothly, don't give up, just keep going until it is nice and together the way that you need it to be. I'm really time efficient in my salons, but one of the things a very dear friend has taught me is to stop rushing. You know, do it once, do it well, won't have to go back and do it again, so that'll be more time efficient than just slamming through it and then having to redo it because you haven't combed it out properly or the client didn't like it or any of those things. So you can see that section there. That's where my front shaping stops. So this, combing it up, it's almost like a little front hair turban, is my last section. Still bringing it out straight. All I have done is cut a straight line. That's why it's so very, very simple. Now I'm going to let that section go and part it. Combing it all down. So you can see how that perfectly curves around the face. And then to connect to the back section, I'm just going to pull that really far forward. And you see there's just a little corner there like that. Take that off. I'm taking that off strongly, like cutting, because it's quite thin on the bottom, so I want to make it stronger. So there's more integrity in the hair, which what that means is that it will hold better shape for your client. And that's just connecting the front to the back. Okay. This is really cool because lots of people are growing out their layers at the moment, but they want those cool waves and movement in the front. So I'm going to go away and blow dry this. I'm sure you don't need to watch me blow dry because it will be deathly boring, and I'll bring you back for the final result in a minute.